Hi and welcome. Thank you once again for joining me. My name is Magnus Mulliner. Another invite, another journey, and this one is for you to have a greater understanding about who you truly are. And the good news is, I'm not going to tell you. You know, you are more than enough. I don't know if that landed for you. You are more than enough. Now, many people perhaps listening to this recording will think that they won't look good until they wear, until they make so much, or until they climb the corporate ladder and they make it to whatever level they feel is the correct level. And all of those statements are obviously not correct. Now, you will also know this, and when I use the word God, I mean the Great One, or whatever kind of religion or being you may perceive who is greater than yourself. And when I say this, I actually say that God will love you at the same level he loves everyone else. In other words, God doesn't form judgments. I mean, if you think about it... Thank you, son. He's just eating some pomegranates, so I'm just getting the seeds for him. Would you want to really fall in love with or commit to a God that forms judgments? God doesn't do that. The unfortunate thing is, I'll even go as far as to say the sad thing is that we kind of judge ourselves, and we are far worse critics or worse enemies of ourselves than probably anyone else. And to the degree that we beat ourselves up at that same level, we beat another. Or as I often say to people, if you treated me like you treated yourself, you would be locked up, or you'd be put in a mental asylum. So the reason for doing this recording... Are you enjoying that? If only I could understand Baba language. Is for you to really find out who you truly are and what you could possibly do which would bring you immense pleasure. There is so much abundance out there. However, if you focus on the things that you don't want, can't stand, hate, etc., and you may have heard me say that before in my other recordings, then that's exactly what you're going to get more of in your life. But when you focus on those things that you love, mean the world to you, that you like, you want, have a passion or a clear purpose with a wonderful direction, then that makes you feel good. I mean, I bumped into a bloke today, and this guy is selling Sky Sports stuff. But when I got chatting with him, I found his passion. He got his iPhone out, and he showed me all these pictures of his car and his motorbikes and even just push bikes that he'd fixed. And also an interesting colour, green. What's that, the fourth chakra, to do with the heart? And this gentleman, I'm sure you won't mind me saying this, but was very weight challenged. And he was kind of lost in this dead-end job that he thought he had to do. And yet you could see the light shine on him once he started sharing his passion. And it's a bit like a mountain. Now, many people can see, perhaps they can't, but some people can see the top of the mountain. And it's not so much getting to the top of the mountain, because it's never the destination but always the journey. But the idea is to take the first step. But for most people, fear comes up. They're afraid because of the past programming that they may have been told by their parents. You'll never amount to anything, by the way. You're useless, or anything else like that. Do you want some more? So the invite and the journey really is for you to find out, what would you be doing if you weren't held back by all that mind chatter? And just think about that before I go off on a different tangent. The mind chatter that we have in our lives, that chattering monkey, the ego, that tells you who you are, it doesn't even come close to who you are, because that's not who you are. And when you think you know, think again, and things will change. So you are more than the job, the money you've got in your bank, and all the other, your health. I mean, you've probably heard this saying before, but we are spiritual beings having a human experience. This is just a physical body, but I'm actually spiritual, or an infinite being. So coming back to the kind of the crux of this recording is for you to really delve deep into yourself and find out what your true passion or purpose is. And when you do that, you can then share that with others. And it's wonderful when you do that, because... Do you want some more? Do you want some more pomegranate? More? More? 15 months old. I haven't got a clue what he's saying to me. Want some more? Okay. So to tap into, to find out who you truly are. And what I find is similar to that statement about wealth. What is wealth? Well, wealth is not just about money. It's about, to me, it's about health. Well, that's one aspect of it. But wealth is receiving that which you value by being in service to others. So what could you do when you are being in service to others that will make you feel good and will reward you, not just financially, but in self-satisfaction? Like this gentleman today who had his phone showing me the pictures, and his energy levels just changed and he was just glowing with passion. You know, there he was selling Sky Sports or what have you in a supermarket. Now, not begrudging that. However, the invite is for you to find your dream, because you only live one of two. You either live in somebody else's dream, chasing a paycheck, working for another organisation that's probably not aligned with your soul or core values, or you live in your own dream, which is pretty much what I do. And I'm not saying I want you to copy me, but what I'd like you to do is to find that what could you do if it did not lead to failure. I mean, there's no such thing as failure anyway, but that you enjoyed doing, that brought you immense joy, and nothing held you back in the thoughts of money and all the rest of it. What would you be doing? What would you put your heart into? Find out what that is and do it. Now, time is a man-made thing. It may take time. However, like the top of the mountain, you might not be able to see it, or even if you can, it's got to take that first step. But please remember that, there's that wonderful quote by Yoda, do or do not, there is no try. Don't try anything. You either do it or you don't. There's consequence to your actions. The worst thing to possibly do is to do no thing. Nothing. That's like stop. It dies. Nothing stops. I mean, every day over 1 trillion of your cells have turned over. Everything's moving. The only constant in the world. You're enjoying that? You want some more? You haven't finished what's on the plate yet. Have you crammed that all in your mouth? So there's the invite. Find out who you truly are. What's your passion? What's your purpose? What could you be doing if nothing held you back, apart from that chattering monkey? Because it's my understanding that one of the greatest diseases on this planet, more so now than ever, is victimitis. Feeling less than because of the past programming given to you by your parents, your social mirror, your pedagogical figureheads, etc. Holding you back because of that fear of, well, what if this happens? That's the chattering monkey. Go beyond that. Just sit down and focus on your breathing. And just listen to your spirits. What are they telling you? What are they advising you? And then take action. But at the end of the day, you don't need to do anything. But one thing I would invite you not to do is to cause yourself stress. Mentally, emotionally, intuitively, spiritually, and certainly not physically, which ultimately, if you do any of those, it'll affect the spirit, the physical body anyway. So, invite, find out who you truly are. This guy is a wonderful teacher because he, born as a tabula rasa, knows nothing, and he's kind of teaching me. He'll just drop things on the floor and leave a mess. Who said it's a mess? It just is, could be seen as a piece of art. You okay, my love? Enjoy, have fun, my love to you all. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.